Yes, good morning, sports fans. Thank God it's Friday, and of course, it's time for your breakfast sports show on radio, where we give you the latest in the world of sports. And within yesterday and today, a whole lot has definitely happened, and we will be here to give you the bit by bit of some of these stories, because it's almost a huge task to give you all about what our best, to give you those bits which will tickle your fancy this morning. On the menu, we have our update from athletics. What Team Nigeria continue their impressive form. The ongoing Senior African Athletics Championship going down in Ghana. Well, a championship that has had its own fair share of controversy, not from the athlete, but from the organizers themselves. I will be giving you updates from Team Nigeria as we count down to the end of the championship, which will be climaxing later come Sunday in Accra, Ghana. We'll also be giving you updates from domestic football stories, a whole lot of course to look forward to. Well, there will be no league football this weekend in the Nigeria Premier Football League, but definitely set to have the draws for the President Federation Cup. We'll be giving you update regarding that, and even some national team stories, stories from the continent of Africa on the menu this morning. So just sit back and enjoy what we've curated for you on the program. Well, you can catch us on Facebook and on YouTube. Oluyole 98.5 is the channel name, where you can drop your comments on the live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. Of course, it will be a pleasure to have you join us to our online community. We're also live on Radio Garden, where you can stream us anywhere across the world. Also, special hello to listeners from Okiogo, 96.3 FM and Agility, 92.1 FM. Always a pleasure to have you join us. Two phone numbers admit your calls into our live studio: 070-5555-1985. You could also try 080-5500-9850. So without further ado, let us start with update from the Senior African Athletics Championship going down in Accra, Ghana. Well, as you know, Toby Amoso, Nigeria's hurdler and speed queen, opened the gold rush for Team Nigeria as she won Nigeria's first gold medal at the championship after storming to victory in the women's 100 meters hurdles final. Well, that is not the news. But yes, Nigeria added to a gold medal haul after the 4x400 meters relay team produced a sensational performance to win gold also and cap a successful day for the country. The quartet of Ezekiel Asuko, Salamatu Jimo, Victor Ime, and Patience Okunjoda combined brilliantly to overpower the field. It was Asuko that kept Nigeria in contention on the opening leg as Jimo electrified the race by surging from third position into the lead. Ime preserved the advantage before Okunjoda, the old warhorse and experienced head, delivered a composed ankle leg to secure Nigeria's victory and spark celebrations among Team Nigeria officials. Well, in the field event, Divine Oladipo and Obiageri Amechi won silver and bronze medal, I beg your pardon, in the women's discus. And of course, with gold, silver and bronze arriving across several events, Team Nigeria will be hoping to continue their impressive run so far. The championships are set to climax come Sunday at the University of Legon Sport Complex in Accra, Ghana. Still giving you update from that championship. We're taking a look at other countries. While Ghana, host nation, showed why they were installed favorite to win a gold medal in the men's 4x100 meters after running the fastest time overall in the heat. Edwin Gidai, Joseph Amoa, Ibrahim Fusieni, and Saminu Abdurrashid got around the baton, winning heat 2 in a time of 38.69 seconds. Botswana finished second behind Ghana, crossing the line in a time of 38.80 seconds, while Kenya finished third with a time of 39.15 seconds. Well, for Team Nigeria, also in the 4x100 meters heat, they look good in the round. Because the quartet of Favor Ashi, James, Emmanuel, Tejiri Godwin, and Chidera Isiako did what they needed to do as they booked their passage into the final after Nigeria won the each one of the men's 4x100 meters, crossing the line at a time of 38.77 seconds, beating Mauritius to second and Zimbabwe to third. Of course, expecting the finals, the semi-finals and finals later today in Ghana. So yes, for Team Nigeria, of course, we'll be giving you details in our subsequent sport programs. So hoping to link up with someone in Accra, Ghana, to give us an overview of how the championships have gone so far as we look towards the closing ceremony. Moving to other sports right now to weightlifting. Remember, a fortnight ago, Team Nigeria was in imperious form in the land of the Pharaohs as Nigeria won in exceptional form the African weightlifting championships in Egypt. Well, right now the National Sport Commission has applauded the Nigeria Weightlifting Federation and the Team Nigerian athletes for their outstanding performance. The just concluded 2026 African Senior Weightlifting Championship and the 16th Mediterranean Cup in Ismaila, Egypt, where the Nigerian lifters have already amassed 10 gold, 5 silver medals just after 2 days of competition. Chairman of the National Sports Commission, Malam Shehu Diko, described the performance as a clear reflection of the renewed commitment to sporting excellence in Nigeria, noting that the athletes have continued to justify their confidence and the investments made in Nigerian sport. Quoting Diko, he said that this exceptional outing by our weightlifters is another proud moment for Nigeria, and prove that our athletes can dominate at any stage when given the right support and environment. In his part, the DG, that's the Director General of the National Sports Commission, Honorable Bukola Olopade, charged the athletes and officials not to lose focus despite the impressive medal haul, emphasizing the importance of sustaining the momentum as Team Nigeria continues its qualification journey. Well, so far in the women's 48 kg class, Ruth Inyonga Suko swept all 3 gold medals after lifting 74 kg in the snatch and 93 kg in the clean and jerk, recording a total combined weight of 167 kg, finishing ahead of athletes from Tunisia and Madagascar. In the women's 53 kg class, it was Onomel Molola Dide that also made a clean sweep of the 3 gold medals after lifting 87 kg in the snatch, 105 kg in the clean and jerk, finishing with a total combined weight of 192 kg. Rafiat Afolashadilawa, right here from Oyo State, continued Nigeria's dominance in the women's 58 kg class division by winning another 3 gold medals to further strengthen Team Nigeria's qualification hopes for the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland. While Nigeria also recorded impressive performance in the men's category through Favor Omovigo Agboro as he secured 1 gold and 2 silver medals in the men's 65 kg class. Ruti Molia Ayodele also added to Nigeria's medal haul in the women's 63 kg category after another spirited performance from Team Nigeria. And of course, the fun continues talking about how Nigeria, they've continued their impressive run so far. From there, we switch gears as we now move straight to the bikes, talking about cycling, where the Commissioner for Youth and Sport in the Payseta State, right here in Oyo State, Honorable Wasilat Adegoke, yes, right now she has now hailed the cycling athlete from the Payseta State for their outstanding continental performance, because Oyo State cycling athlete once again demonstrated excellence in resilience at the 2026 African Continental Para and Track Cycling Championships held at the Velodrome of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. In the men's B class tandem, Tijani Indamola in the B class alongside Ajibade Kodiri, who was the pilot, delivered an outstanding performance, winning 2 gold medals, 2 bronze medals after displaying their skill on the bikes. In the women's B class, we saw Ojebu Favor and Yekin Tawakalitu, who was the pilot cyclist, has showcased their remarkable brilliance as excellence, securing 2 gold medals and 1 silver medal. Or furthermore, Ismail Barakat and Oluyole Marvelous contributed significantly to Nigeria's success as they won 1 gold medal and 2 silver medals during the championship. And the sports commissioner right here in Oyo State, speaking in Ibadan, commended the athletes for their dedication, determination, discipline and resilience and their outstanding performances throughout the championship, saying the achievement of the athletes have once again proven that Oyo State remains one of the leading states in sport development and talent production in Nigeria. Congratulations to those athletes right here from Oyo State. Well, right now from Oyo State, still in Oyo State, well, right now to the Game of Kings, talking about the sport of polo. Well, the NPA, that's the Nigerian Polo Association, Ibadan International Polo Tournament, currently is galloping to an end because right now, Friday, 15th of May, the games continued since the week-long activities at the grounds of the Ibadan Polo Club in LLA. Well, today we'll be seeing a ladies exhibition, a game from 12 p.m. and by 1 p.m. Right now we'll be seeing the jostling continue. 1 p.m. LGC Wrong Guy versus Bemila will open the proceedings, while by 3 p.m. Lagos Volta GDF versus Lagos Sao Paulo, while the last game of the day gallops off from 4:30 p.m. Lagos A1 and Ibadan LGC will be slugging it out with Premium Trust, talking about the games expected today regarding the week-long Ibadan Polo tournament, an international event which has seen center stage polo games since Monday. So right now, as we approach 15 minutes to the hour of 8, let us give you some football stories from the domestic scene, as we start from the national team front, where the newly appointed head coach of the under-20 men's national team, Abdulmai Kaba, he has now picked his coaches, his assistant coaches. First, Ortega Daniel, his first assistant, and Abdullahi Bifo, the second assistant, and Usman Mohammed, who serve as the goalkeeper's trainer, and they are set to work with him in building a new Flying Eagles squad that will make the country proud. Makaiba, who previously worked as an assistant coach to 2-time FIFA World Cup silver medalist, the Flying Eagles also manage several NPFL clubs. He made his list on Thursday, just as the team is set to resume camp on Sunday, 17th of May, with preparations to begin in earnest ahead of the Waffle B Under-20 Boys Championship set to take place in July. And our competition will serve as qualification for the Under-20 African Cup of Nations, where the Flying Eagles are 7-time winners of this continental event. Wishing him all the best. We'll be going for a short commercial break right now. When we return, still giving you national team stories. Stay tuned, Sportit Bit will be right back.
Nàìjíríà, ilẹ̀ tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ tó sì ń gbé ní ìrẹ́pọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n báwo la ṣe lè fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ àti pé báwo la ṣe lè ní àǹfààní sáwọn tó ṣe pàtàkì. Ẹ wá gbọ́, àgbékalẹ̀ ìwé ẹ̀rí àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan POA lábẹ́ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ àdúgbò tó ń gbé wà fún ìdàgbàsókè àti ètò ààbò tó fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀. ẹ jẹ́ ká fojú inú wò ìwé ẹ̀rí àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé rẹ tó dájú tó sì jẹ́ látọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ tó wà ìrọ̀rùn gbáà ni.
pẹ̀lú ìwé ẹ̀rí mi tuntun ó rọrùn fún mi láti yáwó ní báńkì mi wọ́n rí àrídájú ibi tí mò ń gbé inú mi sì dùn gan.
mo lo tèmi fún okòwò mi ó yára ó sì dájú kódà àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wọn ràn mí lọ́wọ́ láti tọ́ mi sọ́nà. ìforúkọsílẹ̀ àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé rẹ jẹ́ ètò tó dájú tí ó sì lè ṣe àwọn àǹfààní sílẹ̀ fún gbogbo ènìyàn. ìwé ẹ̀rí yìí yóò dáàbò bo ọjọ́ ọ̀la rẹ yóò fòpin sí ìwà ọ̀daràn tí ètò ààbò tó péye yóò sì wà pẹ̀lú fún gbogbo ènìyàn. fi ìwé ẹ̀rí àdírẹ́sì ibùgbé rẹ hàn lónìí jẹ́ ká jọ gbé orílẹ̀-èdè yìí gòkè àgbà kàn sí àwọn ilé ìfìwéránṣẹ́ àti ibùgbé ìforúkọsílẹ̀ tá a ti yà sọ́tọ̀.
ìkéde ìwà láti ọ́fíìsì akọ̀wé ìjọba àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí NIPOST àti ALGON.
ọlọ́run ètò lórí ayé mi tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi ta ni ó dá lẹ́jọ́.
àkókò tí ń gbẹ́dọ̀ ọjọ́ pẹ́ oore ọ̀fẹ́ lẹ̀mí gígùn fẹ́ni tẹ́dùmàrè fẹ́ sóore ìrọ̀lẹ́ ayé fún àṣẹ́bà kú ìṣe ọ̀tán rárá àgbà òpèdè tẹ́ ti mọ̀ bí ẹ mọ owó ni abíadé mọ̀rádéyọ ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ àgbà ló ń pẹ́ gbogbo ènìyàn káàkiri àgbáyé pé ẹ wá gbòòn lárugẹ àgbà ọ̀jẹ̀ nínú akéwì tó mọ̀ pé àtàtà èdè 50 ọdún rere tó ti ń pèdè fẹ̀yọ̀ abíadé mọ̀rádéyọ fẹ́ ṣàjọ̀dún 50 ọdún pẹ̀lú ètò ìkówójọ ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́dọ́gbọ̀n mílíọ̀nù fún kíkọ́ ilé ìmọ̀ èdè ewì kíké Yorùbá Poetry Institution abíadé mọ̀rádéyọ ẹ̀jájọ gbárùkù tí lọ́jọ́ ẹ̀yẹ rẹ̀ towótowó ọjọ́ kẹtàlélógún oṣù karùn-ún ọdún 2026 náà wáyé o ní gbàgede bísúwẹ́sì ratawu hall oríta Basọ̀run Ìbàdàn aago 12 lálẹ́ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ alága lọ́jọ́ náà mọ́gàjí aṣíwájú nurudeen akadé phd mọ́gàjí gbọ́lágadé akéré mọ́gàjí kọ́lá olóòtú ọmọ àdábánidà alájà ọlá mọ́mí nìbàdàn ọba nkàlẹ̀ ọba ajíbádé dansalau asípa olúbàdàn ilẹ̀ ìbàdàn ọmọọba adéníyẹ ẹsìn lókun balẹ̀ masud ọlálẹ́yẹ olóyè fakọ́ládé padà ẹ̀rọ olóyè àjàní adúródẹkùn olùgbàlejò àgbà yínká ayéfẹ́lẹ́ mon ọ̀pọ̀ ìkan sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ ní òpéjú síbẹ̀ ẹjẹ́ àjọ gbé abíadé mọ̀ládéyọ̀ lárugẹ ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ àgbà ń pè yín ẹjẹ́ àjọ ṣe.
nítorí olúwa ṣeun ńlá fún wa àwa ń yọ̀ ìjọ onítẹ̀bọmi Victory Independent Baptist Church ìlúpẹ̀jú Bódìjà Ìbàdàn pé 30 ọdún tí wọ́n dá sílẹ̀ hallelujah àkórí àjọ̀dún tọdún yìí ni iṣẹ́ ńlá ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa láti ṣe àjọyọ̀ 30 ọdún tolúwa ti ń jẹ́ olóòtítọ́ sí wa 30 ọdún wíwàásù ìyìnrere 30 ọdún jíjẹ́ orísun ìbùkún ọjọ́ Sunday ọjọ́ 17 oṣù karùn-ún ọdún 2026 ní ìsìn àjọ̀dún wáyé láago 10 òwúrọ̀ àwọn oníwàásù ọjọ́ náà ni olùdásílẹ̀ ìjọ missionary Robert Smith àti ìyàwó wọn Rhoda Smith olùgbàlejò ajínrere Babátúndé Àjàyí ẹ wá ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ fẹ̀mí ìmoore hàn sí Olúwa Jésù lolúwa.
So welcome back from the commercial break. You're still on to the live studio of Oluyole 98.5 FM, where we're bringing Sportit Bit to your listening and even viewing pleasure as we're live on YouTube this morning. Apologies, Facebook is currently down, but you can watch us on YouTube. We're also live on Radio Garden as we speak, so you can listen to us wherever you are across the world. Of course, my name is Tobi Ajiwali, your host on the program this morning. Still giving you football stories from the national team front. Well, I told you about the appointment of assistant coaches to Nigeria's under-20 Flying Eagles. We also have assistant coach appointment to the Golden Eaglets, that's the under-17 boys national team. As the newly appointed head coach of the boys, Boborishe Uweja Memorial has now picked coaches. Olumide Joseph Ajibolade as his first assistant, Mohammed Khalil Kachala as the second assistant, as Abdullahi Isa will be the goalkeeper's trainer, and they will assist him in building a new Golden Eagle squad that will not only return Nigeria to the FIFA under-17 World Cup finals, but work assiduously towards the 6th global title. Well, this year's Wafu Bia under-17 boys championship takes place in September and serve as qualification tournament for next year's Africa's under-17 Cup of Nations. Well, right now, ahead of the President's Federation Cup, we're now having the draws are set to take place later today, Friday, as the draw ceremony will be taking place at the NFF, that's the Nigeria Football Federation Secretariat in Abuja. And the draw comes after the national playoff games, during which 4 teams were eliminated from the women's competition and 6 teams from the men's competition. And a total of 32 teams have been drawn in the national competition in the women's category, as there will be a total of 64 teams in the men's competition. World Cup holders Kwara United, Shooting Star Sport Club of Ibadan, Enugu Rangers, Bendel Insurance, Nasarawa United, Ikorodu City, Rivers United and Barao Football Club are major contenders in this men's competition. And in the women's competition, last year's winners, Rivers Angels, Nasarawa Amazons, FC Robo Queens, Ibom Angels, Bayelsa Queens and Nigeria Tels are among the contenders in the competition. Well, Oyo State will be having representatives in the men and women's draw. Well, for the ladies, Peseta Queens and Dragon Fury ladies, and in the men's competition, it is champions from the state, Crown Football Club of Ogbomoso and the Shooting Star Sport Club of Ibadan are representing the state in the national finals. I wishing both sides all the best. Well, no MPFL games this weekend, as we'll be having a midweek fixtures for the President Federation's Cup next week ahead of the last round of games, match the 38, and next week also in the NPFL. I wish all the teams all the best. Well, on the continent of Africa, we'll be having the final second leg of the CAF Confederations Cup between Egyptian giant Zamalek Sport Club and Algeria's USM Alger are set to take place at the Cairo International Stadium in Cairo, Egypt. Kickoff time has been set for 7 p.m. Nigerian time right there at that stadium, as Pierre Acho of Gabon will be the center referee on the night. Well, both stakes or the stakes for the trophy is higher because a new record prize money of $4 million is on center stage, and also a pride to lift the trophy will be there. Well, for USM Alger, they go to Cairo holding a narrow 1-0 advantage following a dramatic first leg victory in Algiers last weekend, where Ahmed Khaldi converted a stoppage time penalty that currently separates both sides. So of course it's all to play for regarding what the CAF Confederations Cup looks like. Well, from there, giving you stories regarding the upcoming FIFA World Cup, because right now pop stars Madonna, Shakira and K-pop giant BTS will co-headline the first ever halftime show at the FIFA World Cup finals this summer, and this show will be taking place during the final at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey on 19th of July, as the US, Canada and Mexico will be co-hosting the tournament, and the performance has been curated by Colts player Chris Martin and will support the FIFA Global Citizen Education Fund. Well, remember Shakira with that iconic 2010 World Cup theme song Waka Waka. Well, right now she has been saddled with the responsibility of this year's official theme song named Die Die, and she has released that song alongside Nigeria's Afrobeat star Burna Boy, and Madonna is also preparing to drop her 15th album while the BTS return amidst their ongoing war tour after completion of their military service. Well, right now let us give you an update regarding some fixtures for this weekend, and we start from the English Premier League, as there will be Friday night football at 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Late tonight at the Villa Park, we'll be seeing Aston Villa taking on Liverpool Football Club, and the games continue on Sunday 12:30 Sunday. Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. London will be venue of Brentford versus Crystal Palace, as a London derby will be taking on or be taken off by 3 p.m. 3 p.m. also on Sunday. Leeds at the Elland Road will be taking on Brighton and Hove Albion, while the Cravens Cottage will be empty, as Fulham will be travelling to the Molineux, will be facing already relegated Wolverhampton Wanderers. Also, Everton versus Sunderland at the Hill Dickinson Stadium in Merseyside. And on Tyneside, it will be Newcastle United versus Western United. Monday Night Football, 8 p.m. Arsenal versus relegated Burnley. And on Tuesday, we'll be seeing AFC Bournemouth versus Manchester City. While on Tuesday by 8:15, a London derby between Chelsea Football Club and Tottenham Hotspur. But come Saturday by 3 p.m. Nigerian time at the Wembley Stadium under the Arc, we'll be seeing Chelsea taking on Manchester City in an FA Cup final clash. And of course, both sides will be hoping to lift a silverware as we're getting to the business end right there in England or the English domestic scene. Well, to the Spanish La Liga, some fixtures went down yesterday. In fact, 3 Valencia played out 1-0 with Rayo Vallecano. Also, Girona took on Real Sociedad. The fixture result was 1-1, and the only victory from last night La Liga fixtures was Real Madrid taking on Real Oviedo, and it was the Madrid side who defeated Oviedo by 2-0. Well, in the French Ligue 1, we'll be seeing a promotion, a playoff game between Saint-Etienne versus Roder by 7:30, while the final round of fixtures in the French Ligue 1 will be going down on Sunday, where Strasbourg versus Monaco, Olympique Lyon versus Lens, Marseille versus Rennes. We'll be seeing OGC Nice versus Metz, as Lorient will be taking on Le Havre by 8 p.m. Paris FC versus Paris Saint-Germain in a derby of sort. Lille Metropole versus Auxerre, Nantes versus Toulouse, and Stade Brestois will be taking on Angers in the French Ligue 1. And those are some of the fixtures expected in Europe this weekend. Well, tomorrow morning by 7:30 a.m. Oluyole will be here for a brand new edition of Sport Update, and also more stories in the world of sport. But 2 p.m. later this afternoon, join me on the television service of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, BCS TV, for Sport Update, as we'll be putting you in the right mood for this weekend's fixtures across Europe. Well, on behalf of the guys in the studios, thank you for joining us. My name is Oluyole. We'll see you next time.